Hi YouTube, this is Bayu here. What I have for you today is the Korean grill, Korean barbecue grill that I bought recently. And no, I had not used this because even though it had been maybe 6-7 months ago when I bought it, I never used it because this is for emergency. I had not used. I have another one which is very simple. This is a little bit more expensive, and I'm gonna tell you why. Only have 3 parts. It goes on top with a handle, so will not burn you. The container in the middle where you can put the coals. Okay, I use wood. I don't use the chemical, the mineral. Excuse me. And the actual pot itself. And if you notice, the very Korean type, and my bottom little bench or stool or whatever you want to call it is Vietnamese. And what I have right here is it's also a Vietnamese thing that they use to put the pot of rice so it will not burn your table. I took the little legs, see, 1, 2, 3 things for legs because I like to eat some rice, or at least have rice cooked already. And if you put this on your burner, you can see the discoloration. And then you put a little heat, it reduces the actual fire of the pot, which it cools down or slow down the flame on the pot, so it gets done real good without burning the rice or making it sticky. This is not a sticky rice that I like. I know sticky rice is very Asian, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, but I don't like that. I like the Latino style rice, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Ecuadorian, Argentina type, Brazilian. Okay, and then this pot is kind of thick metal. You can if this gets ruined, you can put another one because the water on this one will not allow to overheat, and that's the good part about the Koreans. Their engineering is a little bit better than other engineers. Okay, they're now making submarines, believe it or not, with German license, by the way. Okay, they are diesel, electric diesel. Okay, so now what we have is we have to light this up, and I got a few sticks that will help to light this up real quick, unlike the other okay. This is basically to help start up the oh wow, I guess the humidity. Weird. It's not catching up the This is what I like, this kind of coal. It doesn't make a lot of smoke, or very little smoke. But the purpose here is try to fire this up quick. Okay, YouTube, let me show you this. Finally, we got the fire going on. This is a pot holder. What pot? What you call it? Produce a resting pot?
Trivet.
Trivet. Okay, but we know it in Spanish is to put any hot pot on the table so you can serve it from the pot itself, like stews, especially for stew. And that is big enough that fits over here. Now this did not come with the Korean grill, but you can see we got about 3 inches from the fire to the grill. Okay, brand new. See, never used it before. And this is basically, I used it in the Filipino clay pot. So what I do is I put this one over here. You rest on the metal container that it has the wood. I had to do this. That will indicate you feel in the finger and the smoke tells you the wind is coming this way. So you put the opening of the grill. Can you see the opening? It has some warning there, so you have to be careful. So you put the opening of the grill facing the wind, and then we're gonna put a pot of water, a cup, in the same Korean pot that I showed you on my last video. And we're gonna see how long it takes to boil the pot of water. Now, why do I like this kind of grill? Is because it's very movable, extremely portable. Look, you can take it over there, you can take it up, you can take it down. I'm gonna go in a big circle. Be careful because you have some water inside. You don't want to put the fire out. So this is what you should have. Of course, you're not going to march with this, road march with this. Long time ago, I put a video on the female soldiers that the Farsi group, the rebel group in Colombia has. And they be carrying huge pot, army-sized pot on the back, on top of the backpack. One carry one pot, the next one carry another one. I mean, they have their own kitchen on the back besides their equipment. It's how interesting they rotate. And I remember seeing in a break that they stop, they get the water from the river or the creek. They don't have problem with the little bacteria that they have here in the north. So they make some kind of Kool-Aid water, not Kool-Aid, U.S. Kool-Aid, but the local company, which are basically German. I know in Peru and Ecuador they call it Solo, Fresco Solo. The Mexican is the Class, K-L-A-S-S, and a huge part of they put sugar because they give them energy with the sugar. And that's one way that they do the long march, forced long march in a day. Straight infantry, guys, no mechanized unit. And keep in mind that they've been fighting the Colombian government for 63 years. Recently, they signed a peace agreement in Cuba with the help of Maduro, the Venezuelan constitutional president. And now the new Colombian president is now abiding by the agreement, and I guess they're going back to the conflict. Well, shit like that happens. Excuse me, stuff like that happens. So since this is a wide opening, see, I don't know if you can see the fire, but look at it. And let me see if we have small bubbles. Not quite yet, but we see a vapor, so that means it's good. So this is the secret, guys. If you want to buy or make one, okay, I have right here one that I make myself. Don't move. I'll move it to you. My old hobo stove. See, I make this myself. The principle here is good because you have a gallon-size opening. You got the inside combustion chamber, and you got a big hole right here that you can put the wood. So it is going to work. And it has a handle, so you can take it put it in the place you want to do. Kind of heavy because I put memory blank. The stuff that you use to clean your driveway, so a mechanic shop, they put it on the floor and then they kind of rub against the cement and clean up, pick up the oil. I learned that stuff in the army. And I use the cat litter that is made with the same litter stone material. And that's a good job for cleaning. So as long as the opening is wide and you put it against the wind, the opening, and you're gonna have a good combustion. Okay. And I like the old one. Actually, I took my first one back to South America because sometimes I want to eat carne asada and I don't have equipment or grill to do it. And like I told you before, in these kind of grills, the amount of fuel that you use is extremely limited. I mean, it's nice. Okay, let me see. Okay, we have a few bubbles. You can time yourself in the video with time the amount of minutes to boil a cup of water. So basically, what I'm showing you here is the ability of a grill like this to have faster combustion, and then different levels of that. Let's say that you don't want to boil water. We're on training, guys, so we're not to boil water, but see, I take the I'm going blind. I take the lower and I put the top part. So now if you want to cook rice or stew and you don't want to be directly on the fire, you have 3 inches distance. Because of the heat coming straight up, it doesn't make any difference. The distance on the fire itself and 3 inches above the fire. I want to make sure that it burns real quick so I don't have to babysit the fire. But okay, we lost the bubble, but you see a lot of steam, so it's going to boil in a couple of minutes. Now let's say you're in a hurry in the morning and you want some coffee. I said, nah, the heck with this. I want to get it closer. The handle, prove my point. Put the small one cup, set it up right, and put the pot right on the fire, which is stable. So this is practical. And the price when I bought it, because this is a fancy one, you can put the water over here on top to keep it cool. It's lukewarm. Portable. Nothing. So this is an engineer that you have to think the usage that you want to give it to your equipment. And how can I say this without offending a lot of my subscribers that they're stuck on the hooray. Sometimes you have to watch the money in your pocket. It's your money, guys. You already pay taxes on it, and then don't allow a stamp on the product to influence your purchase. Now, I have been following this. I think it's retired cook from Turkey, and he made an oven on the ground, right in the ground, not above, but in, with clay, red clay. And it has the same philosophy as the Afghanistan bakery oven that they build in. They use concrete, and he made it himself on the ground with the red clay, with water and a little bit of dry grass, and he was making a beautiful bread. Okay, we have bubbles again. See, guys, it all depends on what you want to do. Now, emergency situation. If you have the right coal, no smoke, can you do it indoors? cook indoors? The answer is yes. Hopefully you will look a place higher than ground level, because then the smoke will not stay. It will, hot air rises. So you find a place higher than the ground level, and you can cook over there. Or as the Indian in the Amazon Riviera, in the Amazon jungle, they do the style. They cut a tree, and they make a little square, and they make another tree, another 4 squares, one on top of the other one, and they put sand inside the square. And then right on the sand, they use the wood, chopped wood, to cook. And it's fine. I have seen that done in canoes. Yes, in canoes, a small little thing, and the very little Amazon style canoes running, and they sell fish. Fried plantain, not green banana, plantain, and fish. And that's how they make the living. They go with the canoe, the little town. Hey, we had this right here, and then they make a few pennies, and that's money that they use for earn their living that way. And you would say, will you put one of this crap in a canoe? Yes. If you, like I showed you before, the copy that the Chinese idea, it was a rubber boat, but they use a producer the name of Lavacara, a big bowl, right? Okay, a bowl bigger than this. We call it in Spanish Lavacara, face washer, because that's what they originated to be, a face washer. And it was a rubber boat, and the wife was cooking right on the rubber boat. As long as you have a water container here, you put a little bit water over there. I'm running out of water, but which make this flexible. Now I want to see how hot is the bottom one. Okay, the bottom one is much warmer than the top. Okay, boiling water. Producer, we're gonna stop it. Can you see the boiling water? You want me to leave the pot? Okay, this is basically what I was trying to establish on my last video, guys. The R zone. See, I had to put the lid back on. The R zone engineering, or some equipment that is engineering very, very bad. As I told you before, think about the combustion on the engine. The combustion chamber of the engine, a cylinder. You have valves that allow the air and the fuel to go in one valve, and the exhaust valve is what after the explosion, okay, right there. Can you see it? I want to make sure that everybody knows that we're not cheating. So, guys, I prove my point that there are some things that it's not good and it make you waste your money, and this is a business. I have the old style leather glove, army leather glove. They took the label out. They don't have a label to show. And so now we have this stuff over here that you can do. You got your coffee or whatever you do, you soup, the rice, and then the remaining is to cook stew. Do we have anything to cook, producer? Okay, we're gonna stop this video right here. I prove my point, guys. Don't waste your money. If you have to, you can make your own with an old aluminum pad. You can put one of these small aluminum pad inside the big one, and this could be your chamber, your fire, your combustion chambers. You can cut the armor or leave it like that, and then you put your coals in here, and then the big pot right inside the big pot, just like this one. And then you get a grill or in a dollar store. You can find this at the dollar store. Not the same, but close copy. Or you can get these in Asian stores to put on top of the pot. And the big pot can be used to boil a lot of water on top of fire. It can be used to put the small chamber to cook meat or to cook rice or whatever, or beans or whatever you want to. That's the way that you could be prepared, guys, especially if you have a family. I mean, a little gas stove is good, but it's kind of individual. Not for the whole family. It will take a long time and waste a lot of gas to cook for the whole family. Thank you for watching. Thank you to my new subscribers. This is something that I brought to you because I want you to understand that there are more than one way to skin a cat and save money. Okay, that's basically the premise of this video, to save money. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this to my big grill, my US design grill, and I let it burn. One of the great tools to have with you at all time is you memory blank again. I'm getting old, guys. You got the
pliers.
Pliers, but you don't wear
Needle nose.
no, the tool. What is that combined tool with the nut blade and the pliers and all that. Multi-tool. There you go. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you to for new subscribers again. Behave. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, guys, look what I just found out. It just came to me when I removed the internal combustion engine on the Korean grill. I said, hey, this can be whoa. You gotta be careful. This can be a grill too. You get a small pot. You made a couple holes in on the bottom. Get you one of these Chinese pot holders. Bingo. So you don't even have to spend $35. If it's inside your house too hot, bring it outside. Nice place to put a grill over here. I mean a piece of steak to grill. This is about 99 cents, $1. And one of these pots you can buy it in Salvation Army or any thrift shop for a couple dollars, and you have your outdoor grills for pennies. Okay, you can go back and wrap it up and put this at the end. Hey guys, invention, good thinking, save you money. You don't have to burn $50 on a POS that doesn't work. Okay, now I have to go.